Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a really fundamental shift and how our markets work. It's a change so big, it could mean money never has to sleep again. So yeah, let's get right into it. So, I want to kick things off with a simple question, but it's actually pretty deep. Why does money sleep? I know, it sounds a little weird, right? But when you stop and think about our traditional financial markets, well, it's actually kind of true. I mean, just think about the New York Stock Exchange. Every single weekday, that famous closing bell rings at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And just like that, the market closes. It basically goes to sleep for the night. But here's the thing, right? The world doesn't just clock out at 4 p.m. A huge corporate announcement, a natural disaster, a major political event, that kind of news can break at any hour of the day or night. And if you're an investor, what does that mean? It means if that news impacts your portfolio, you're just stuck. You could be staring at a massive opportunity or a huge risk, but your hands are completely tied until that opening bell rings the next morning. And this gap, this lag between when information hits and when you can actually act on it, that's exactly what's being challenged right now. And it really makes you wonder, what if there was a different way? And this brings us to the big solution. The whole idea of borderless, always-on markets. Just imagine a financial exchange, something like Tokenkart for instance, that just doesn't close. Ever? No weekends, no holidays. It's live 24/7, 365. Now, to really wrap your head around just how radical this shift is, there's a really simple analogy that I think makes it all click. All right, so on one side, you've got traditional markets. Think of them like an old-school bank branch. Strict opening hours tied to one specific city. And if you're late, well, tough luck. But on the other side, you have these new tokenized markets. And they're much more like an ATM. An ATM is always open, right? And it's not stuck in one place. It's part of a massive global network. It just puts the power right back in your hands, completely on your schedule. And honestly, this isn't just about making things more convenient for one person. When you take that ATM idea and you scale it up to a global level, you create something huge, true global access. Those old barriers like time zones and geography, they just start to melt away. So, let's make this real for a second. Picture this. A buyer over in India sees a great opportunity. They can instantly trade with a seller who's all the way over in Brazil. And this whole transaction happens seamlessly, all while Wall Street is fast asleep. The market is no longer a physical place. It's a living, breathing, global network. So here's the crucial point. We're right back at our original question, but now we have an answer. With this kind of technology, money doesn't have to follow a 9 to 4 schedule anymore. It can finally move and react at the speed of information, not the speed of a bell. And that leaves us with a final massive question to think about. If this really becomes the new standard, what does the world of finance even look like when money finally wakes up for good?